Hello everyone, good morning to you. We are keeping an eye on the thunderstorms that continue to roll through. As of about 8:40, this record time of this video, we have not seen anything severe. We have seen some gusty thunderstorms. Let me take you over to, first of all, where we stand with temperatures and the radar for us, a bigger look for us. You notice behind this front, we're certainly cooling off a lot. 50s being noted from Tyler up to Gilmer, back off to the northwest. Here's your front right here. As a matter of fact, let me draw it on for you there. You'll notice that this front working its way just south of Jacksonville and along the leading edge. This is where we have the heaviest and the strongest thunderstorms from Marshall to Henderson down approaching near Nacogdoches and just south of the Crockett area. We'll go over to the radar. I'm going to give you a look here at what we're keeping an eye on for you here this morning. You'll notice as we put this into motion, if you are back behind this line, you are in good shape. We are not looking at a severe threat anymore. That doesn't mean that lightning won't occur, and we've seen some lightning. We call it stratiform lightning that is behind this cold front. That can continue, but the severe threat is over with, but the rain is probably still going to continue. We still want to monitor this area, portions of deep East Texas. This is where we'll want to keep an eye for the possibility of a few strong thunderstorms. Let me put a pause here on the radar and we'll go in a bit closer. I'll switch over to the actual local radar site, and you'll notice here some areas of some moderate to heavier rainfall. As we've been watching Rusk County, we've seen the potential of some small hail perhaps in a couple of the storms here. You notice some very heavy rainfall. Now we're looking at this actually a little bit farther away. We're looking at this from the Fort Polk radar site, which is located down in this area. We're looking really far away, and that's because the Shreveport radar site is having some data issues, and this is the latest look, but this was taken at about 8:16. You can clearly see how displaced the radar is at this current point. Regardless though, very heavy rainfall is coming down, and we'll also watch for the risk of some gusty winds. So we've had several significant weather advisories. That's one step below at least a severe thunderstorm warning for some wind gusts upwards to 40 or 50 miles an hour, and the risk for some small hail in this as well. This stretches up toward the Marshall vicinity, Harrison County, and then crosses over into Marion and then Bossier and Caddo parishes there. Again, behind this, just general rainfall that is passing through at this time. Let me give you a bigger look here. I'll expand the view out just a bit more. That way you can see what's happening elsewhere in Texas. We do have one severe storm warning right along the front. That's just south of Austin, in between Austin and San Marcos, and that will continue to trek along to the east. The overall severe risk for today is going to really be located and down in portions of southeast Texas. Notice here the severe outlook showing that slight risk is outside of the KATK Fox 51 viewing area, but the marginal risk does include our southern counties. But it hasn't updated since about 8 o'clock. But Tyler, Longview, Palestine, Henderson, northward, we're done with the risk of severe weather. It's really now focused in deep East Texas. Let me take you over to what the high resolution model is indicating. This is the HRRR, a little different than what our in-house KATK model will show, but I think it's giving us a slightly better handle, at least in the short term, on what's taking place. So here we go. We'll put this in motion. There you go with time. You notice by 9 a.m. that front continuing to move off to the south and to the southeast, taking away the heaviest rainfall to deep East Texas. Now, we could still have some wind gusts. There certainly is going to be lightning. There will be pockets of heavier rainfall, but the risk of anything severe will be just ahead of this front over our southern counties. We get into the early afternoon, a few more storms fire up, but then they should begin to decrease. The severe threat winding down, I would say after 12 o'clock, no later than 1 o'clock, because the front should already have cleared the area and the cooler temperatures will move in. The only difference, I think, to this forecast is that showers are probably going to linger through probably a good portion of the afternoon. So just a cold, raw day as we have this rain that continues, and temperatures will take a tumble as well. Into the evening, showers to start, but then rain should begin to taper off after about 7 or 8 o'clock. Maybe some clearing, but any sort of clearing is going to lead to a very cold night and a chilly start early on Sunday morning. Let me give you also a look at what we're looking at for temperatures. Okay, this will update at various times, and you can see our temperatures in real time in our weather story that's on the app here and on KATK and Fox51.com. But notice how the temperatures gradually begin to take a tumble. By 11, The only area that's still relatively warm, southeast Shelby, St. Augustine, Sabine, southeast Angelina County. But the cooler air is moving in for you there at that point too. Behind it, 50s, even some 40s are possible for this afternoon. And given that we're not expecting to see any sort of sunshine today and the showers still continue, we'll probably drop for some of us into the 40s before the actual sun sets around 5:19 tonight. We'll be down into the 40s and the 50s this evening. Notice by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock tonight, we're looking at temperatures perhaps into the mid and the low 40s, but this is also assuming that the cloud cover is decreasing a tad. I'm not completely convinced that the clouds will clear on out, but we definitely know Sunday morning will be a cold start with some mid-30s, and it'll feel like the 20s with a northerly wind. All right, keep up to date with us on our Storm Team app. I've gotten several weather alerts this morning just notifying me of lightning in the area, where when I woke up this morning from Flint, those storms were very noisy as they came in, no question about it. Keep an eye on the radar with our East Texas Storm Team app. You can set up weather alerts as well, and you can also take a look at FutureCast. We'll be here to keep you up to date. Andrew was here the last several hours this morning, and I'll be here for a little bit. Carson will come in as well until this overall storm threat, especially for deep East Texas, comes to an end. Thanks for watching this morning. We'll be here to keep you up to date. If we get any new warnings, we'll definitely pass those along to you on our apps.